Hello everyone, it's again Susie with you. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, I would recommend you go check out my two previous videos, first of which was about the binary system and second was about the Boolean operators. And today's video is going to be about... To give you a more general idea of what function is, and please don't get confused when I say this, Blender is a function. Blender takes fruits, vegetables, water, and sugar. It does something with it. It mixes it, it cuts it, blends it together, and gives you back a mixture. In JavaScript, that is exactly what a function does. It can take inputs, it can do something with it, and it can return something back. Function is a procedure that does some calculations or does some other operations with the inputs that it is given. It needs to be defined in the code, so it needs to be given a name so that later in your code, when you want to call the function to make it work, you will just write the name and the function will do whatever it is supposed to do. We already said that functions can take inputs, can do something with them, and can return something. But it is not always the case when a function takes inputs or when a function does something with the inputs that it is given. So let's take a look on some examples. Let's say I want to write a function that will calculate the time I will get home if I know what is the time when I will get out of AUA and the amount of time I am going to spend on the road. So we write constant, we name it thome, and we set it equal to a function that will take two arguments, TAUA and TRoad. And then we write return TAUA plus TRoad, which will return the sum of the two inputs that will go under instead of the arguments. And then if we console log thome, which is the way of calling the function, and we put 2 and 1, 2 will go instead TAUA and 1 will go instead TRoad, and we will get 3 as the sum of those two inputs. So this was an example of a function that took inputs, it did some operation with them, and it returned the output. Now let's take a look on another example. Here we have an example of a function that takes inputs but does not return anything. We have constant, which is named sum, and it is a function that takes two inputs, A and B, but as you see inside of those curly braces, we do not have any operations. So nothing will happen even if we console log the sum of 18 and 12, which will go instead of the arguments. Nothing will be printed to the console. Another type of a function can be the one that does not take any inputs but it returns something. In this case, we have a constant named noInput, which is a function that does not take any input. And inside of the curly braces, we have return, like, and subscribe. And if we console log the function, it will return, it will print to the console like and subscribe. We have also another type of function which does not take any input and does not return anything. In this example, constant, which is this is it for today, is a function that does not take any inputs and we do not have any operations inside of those curly braces. So if we console log the function this is it for today, it will not print anything to the console. I guess this is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Share with your friends that want to learn something about computer science. That's all. I'll be back with more videos. Forever yours, Susie.